Welcome everybody to episode 59 of Diggy's Dungeon. Back once again. You know, just trying to find shit to talk about, which, to be fair, this week is not as hard as usual, because things are finally starting to pick up. After, like, dead-ass January, it's finally starting to get better. So let's go ahead and talk about some of these slightly bigger releases with my two callers today. Minimum two, I guess, but here we go. Let's go ahead and talk to my first one, which is, of course, T. I'm going to go ahead and pull her in now. Here we go. Hello, T.
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry. Hello.
That's all right. You're okay?
Yep. I just got to get quicker at doing the, like, mute the stream, come on here, find the right channel, unmute myself.
Yeah.
It takes me.
It's fine.
How are you?
I'm alive.
Okay, good. Glad to hear it.
I've recovered from my baby rage madness going playing Yu-Gi-Oh with you, so that's good.
Oh, good. You're not going to swear at me now then.
No, I'll just swear at every single person I play against online on that game because it's pissing me off at the moment.
Okay. Well, hopefully we're going to talk about something that isn't going to piss you off.
We'll soon find out.
And it is a song that I have listened to and I did enjoy, but it's one that I listened to once and haven't listened to since. So let's see how it goes down the second time around. And it is Twice with One Spark.
Yep, it's my first listen to this, so let's see how this goes. Here we go. What the hell was that ending? That was horrible. Don't lose this spark, baby. What did you think of that, T?
Yeah, I definitely like an awful lot of it for sure. Yeah, it's obviously not perfect, but it is a nice song. I think what was the one before this? I Got You. Was it I Got You?
I
I
don't remember.
definitely Yeah, I definitely much prefer I Got You to this. But they're in a similar sort of vein and a similar sort of theme. And I like the sort of theme that they're going with. I think it's nice and it really suits just where Twice is at in terms of like how long they've been around and stuff. But yeah, it's really sweet and I quite like the song. It just felt like it was like missing something.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't quite I wasn't quite feeling it. So I'm not sure, I'm trying to put my finger on what it was, but yeah, at the base of it, there's a really, really good song. I have to say, like, I felt like this with some of the other songs on the album as well, which are really, really good. I feel like with Twice's songs that I really like, often I just think, oh well, imagine how good it would be with like another group's vocals on, you know? I just think I really like Twice and I like a lot of their songs and them as like people or the people they represent. But I just think overall I just struggle with their vocals and
Yeah. That's me
in
with a lot of
general.
groups, to be fair.
Yeah. But yeah, like the base of the song is really cool. They do like to sprinkle in some like random little flourishes here and there, don't they?
Don't lose this spark, baby.
And I feel like the choreo is really funny. Like it's quite flippy flappy. I noticed at the start, I think it's Momo's bit. Well, the dance of this, especially in the first section, is like super energetic and like flippy flappy, and I felt like it didn't quite suit. I think it gets better maybe as it goes on, but the bits at the start, I was like, oh my god, like calm down, calm down. I think especially Momo's part was a bit flippy flappy. We'll see it come on in a minute, but
Yeah.
yeah, cute, not bad, not bad. What do you think?
Well, it's my first time watching it, so it's hard to form like a proper opinion. But like,
Hmm.
I mean, it seems fine. Like, it's better than what we have been getting from Twice, so that's nice, you know. Um, there's like like way too much English, in my opinion, for it to not be a fully English song. Like, it felt kind of awkward that like I kept getting like whiplash because we were going back and forth from the different languages so much.
Mm-hmm.
It was a bit confusing, but like, and also there's some like horrendously shit attempts at rhyming partway through, but I don't have them to hand. But yeah, there's like one section where they just like they're just like none of these lines are going to rhyme. You're just gonna have to get over it, and it sucks. But yeah, in general, I think it's pretty good. There's like, yeah, I mean, like you were saying, there's a lot of Nayeon.
Yeah,
A lot of Nayeon, but there always is with Twice, to be fair. Like,
but I feel like in the like obviously vocally normally there is, but I felt like in this MV it was basically um it was more so noticeable in the MV more than usual, I would say.
yeah, I don't think it
So
helps that they gave everybody a black dress and then she got a red one.
I mean, yeah. Well, and then
it's like one young styling over here. Oh, okay, Mina has one too, but like, like you know.
the truth, but there's a lot of shots of her just like smiling for like quite a long time when it's
Of
and
course.
yeah, whereas I feel like oh that would look flippy flappy Momo. Did you see it? It's a really
Marginally, I'm going back.
jarring choreo.
Oh yeah. I did think this looked funny. The little like arms forward thing.
Yeah,
Weird little chicken flap.
yeah, it was quite flappy. Yeah, yeah. And the camera, like the camera work, maybe that's what feels a little bit off. I'm not sure. It's just a bit strange. But I love the bit where they have like they're holding the spark, and I think it's Sana like is like moving this spark thing through the air and it's making little sparkly bits. That's really, really cute. I like it's cute, it's kind of sparkly, and it's just Twice being lovely Twice. But it just felt like not quite. There's just something missing.
Yeah, I don't know.
From
I think the last couple of years, like, Twice have kind of lost that magic for me. It
yeah,
just
maybe
feels like
so.
this could be made by like any pop group, and I'd react the same to it. Like,
Yeah,
you know, they don't feel as special as they used to. Twice, I feel. Maybe
I
that's
think
just what it's like when you've been around for that long. You start getting acclimated to them, and you start being like, "Oh, it's this again."
yeah,
Even when they're
I
doing
think
something that isn't like what they usually do. Like, the song isn't very Twice.
no, it's not.
I think maybe that's my issue, is that like I kind of want Twice to feel like Twice again. Which for me is like, go back to Fancy, Feel Special, all that stuff. Whereas like, yeah, the last few years they just felt like any other pop group, any generic pop group.
I think the amazing thing about Fancy was that it was very much like, look at us and how great we are. And I loved that like confidence that Fancy had. And then
Yeah,
Feel Special was slightly more wholesome, but
so
still with a
classy.
lot more confidence. Yeah, and I feel like this last few is a bit more like them, sort of not sort of they've not showing such like confidence, I
I
guess.
think also just like Fancy and Feel Special and stuff before that felt like K-pop, whereas this really doesn't to me.
Hmm. Yeah, maybe so.
I
It's
would be
just
less
like
surprised if this came out of some Western girl group than Twice, you know?
it's almost like, to me, it's almost like they've lost a bit of that like girly bravado that I always loved about them, and
Yeah.
now they're sort of there's almost some little backing of a little bit of sadness somehow, a little tinge of like, oh, here we are, and yeah, just a little bit lost a bit of that like, yeah, just that oomph that they had.
They lost that one spark, you know?
Yeah,
I
so
don't know. There's nothing like
it's
that
like,
bad about this. It just doesn't really hit like it should, you know?
yeah, like it's interesting because it's sort of a bit like, how much are they still having a good time, you know?
Yeah.
But who knows? That's not really ever going to come through in like a music video. But I think what I really loved about I Got You is the one before this, is that just in terms of like visually, the music video had a lot more feeling in it, and it obviously had a bit more of a story going on where they were like in the boat and it was all rocky and they were looking out like the window and the stormy seas, and then there was that cool dance scene of two of them. I can't remember who was it, Diane and Mo, who was like dancing on the rock together, and just had a bit more feeling into it. Whereas this is just a bit more back to kind of um, generic kind of scenes. So not
Mm.
so good for me, but yeah, definitely a strong album, and there is a couple that I really like. I think Accio recommended Bloom, and that is one that I really, really love as well. Bloom is excellent.
Twist the magic of the sun and moon. Just you wait until you see me bloom. Let forever have my perfume. Just you wait until you see me. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Oh, You Get Me is the other one I liked.
Cause you get me. Oh, when I'm feeling my best me. Lately I've been feeling like everything's enough. No one can love you. You got me. I could be the one if you let me. Lately I've been feeling like everything's enough. You got that is enough.
Bloom and You Get Me are really nice. This is nice, and I Got You. So they've got one called I Got You and one called You Get Me. You get me. And yeah,
They're gonna have one be
I
like, I got them and they got
yeah,
me, and you just do the
who
whole
got
lot.
it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
who got me? Who got them? Who got that? I got that? Who knows?
But Swither is saying Rush as well. Yes, I think I did like Rush as well.
Hours and hours 나 지금 피곤해 baby 눈치 없이 네가 필요해 빨리 I need to feel your rush drive me crazy and no I just can't get enough I just can't get enough
I don't know why I didn't add it to my playlist, but I added Bloom and got something, whatever I just said. You got me, get
Something
me,
got
get it.
something. You
Yeah,
know,
you get me.
insert
You get me.
different pronoun.
So yeah, that's twice. Obviously, Fanboy said that he couldn't call in today, but he put that he definitely would have given this position on the board. He obviously really, really loved it, which
Yep.
is amazing. I'm so happy when people have a song that they're really, really happy with. Although Fanboy tends to like most stuff, to be fair.
Mhm.
So yeah, that is great.
Okay.
And really cool to see him doing a bass guitar cover of this song. Everyone go check it out if you haven't already.
Yeah, definitely. It's in the Discord.
And then, yeah, that's it really. Twice is one where I'm not actively sort of keeping an eye out for them anymore. And I'm not really necessarily anticipating what they do. But if they come out, I'll always give it a listen and I'll be like, oh, yeah, okay, kind of thing. But they're not one that I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait to see what they're going to come out with or whatever. Or I'm not the one that's like after a while, oh, where's Twice? What are they doing? I'm just like, oh, yeah.
I'm in the same boat.
I was definitely more of a fan of them back in the day.
For sure.
So, yep. It's funny because where I'm at in Twic at the moment, as people know, I've been listening to Twic from the very start. Where I'm at the moment is just shortly after Cheer Up. Well, it's the year where Stephen and Josh both
Obsessed.
unanimously say that Cheer Up was absolutely incredible. And Stephen made a stage mix video for it, which then caused their YouTube channel to get banned or reported or something. Yep. And he said that in order to make the stage mix video, he listened and watched Cheer Up thousands of times, and he still loved it. And it made me realize what a great song that is. I really do love Cheer Up. So yeah, that's that.
Dope.
And that's Twice. And so yeah,
we now got your boy.
Yeah, so I can't believe I haven't watched this yet. So normally I tend to, recently I haven't been as good as keeping on top of things. But I tend to, when we do the watch together, we tend to obviously use that as a chance to catch up on everything. But because we didn't do that this week, purely my fault, I haven't caught up. So I haven't even watched this yet. But Yugyeom, yeah, let's see how it goes.
Do it. Here we go. Yugyeom, 1 minute.
Oh, okay.
정말 이상해 절대 변하지 않을 것 같던 우리 사이 어린 정지선에 멈춰 정신을 기다리지만 그 신호는 왜 달라 점점 바뀌어 네 태도 거쳐보기엔 아무렇지 않은 척해도 할만한 뚜뚜뚜뚜뚜 수두룩해 빼고 빙빙 돌아가 유턴해 조급해도 우리 사이 좀 더 좁혀 나아갈 수 있게 아무 말도 하지 말고 너를 안아줄게 이분만 그래 딱 이분만 우리 다 정할 수 있을까 이분만 진짜 딱 이분만 다시 돌아갈 수 있을까 We just need one minute 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 이제 돌아가야 돼 처음으로 우리가 뜨거웠던 여름으로 봄은 오게 돼 우리 노력으로 꿈을 꾸게 전 이 품으로 바라만 봐도 너무 설레 손잡는 건 생각도 못해 기념일마다 찍은 사진 보다가 밤볼딱지새 꺼내 그래 그때가 좀 그립거네 살짝 눈물이 핑 도네 대화가 필요해 가지 말고 일로와 우리 얘기 좀 해 10분 한 1분만 우리 사이를 좀 더 좁혀 나아갈 수 있게 아무 말도 하지 말고 너를 안아줄게 이분만 그래 딱 이분만 우리 다 정할 수 있을까 이분만 진짜 딱 이분만 다시 돌아갈 수 있을까 We just need one minute We just need one minute. We just need one minute. We just need one minute. We just need 1 minute.
All right, T. We've given Yugyeom 1 minute. What did you think?
Is it reminding you of all that washing you need to get done?
Stop. Stop putting these giant piles of laundry in your fucking music videos. Jesus, I don't need any more reminders. I'm aware.
Seriously.
You know?
Well, I have to say that I am really, really pleased that this is what he's done, because I think Yugyeom, since doing his own stuff, he started off. I mean, a lot of the stuff he used to do on like SoundCloud and stuff, the kind of R&B that he would do was very kind of like moody, quite sparse, kind of stuff. And then he kind of went a bit more like, since being with AOMG, like he has gone a bit more fuller backing tracks, but still leaning towards more like a cool, moody kind of R&B. And I always thought, oh, just do something a bit more upbeat, Yugyeom. Like it would suit you so much more. Like it would just be nicer. You don't suit, like he didn't really suit what he was doing.
His
And he
voice is
made
too
it
light
so-
to do that type of thing.
Yeah, exactly that. And I'm so glad that he's gone for more of like an airy, like fresh, kind of more upbeat R&B sound, because it straight away it just suits him so much more. And you can tell in the music videos, like I think he must have gone through a bit of a time of not like, you know, he's still trying to sort of find his way and find his identity. And he was like, I'll be a really cool, like moody R&B guy. Yeah, I'll do that. But wasn't quite pulling it off. Whereas this is straight away like, come on, you're smiling. This suits you so much more. So it's straight away, it looks more like it suits him. So
I think it's that typical thing, though, that idol boys really don't want to be idols after a while.
exactly.
So they do the most
very
unidol
true.
thing they can do, which is the same thing that like Hoya from Infinite did, and it just didn't work at all. Like, like we know you as an idol, so doing this like thing that's totally unidol and unjoyful is gonna like just give us whiplash, you know?
Exactly. It's like, come on, you were an idol for a reason. You were a very good idol for a reason. You know,
Yeah.
that's like, you know, so just do your thing. Like don't be ashamed of that. And so yeah, it's amazing to see him like wearing pink and having fun again. So yeah, like I'm really pleased with this. I think so Swither said that it was produced by Grey, which you can tell pretty quickly. And that is like one of the benefits of being under a label with Grey, because you get obviously access to some amazing backing tracks like this one, and some amazing production, which is like very good opportunity for Yugyeom that maybe he wouldn't have normally got. So I'm really, really pleased for him. This is very cool backing track. Like, but you do think like, oh, how would this sound as a Grey track? Like
That's the thing, you know?
or how would this sound with Loco on it instead?
Yeah, why don't we
like,
have J Park? Why don't we have this
Yeah.
person? You know, like
oh, exactly.
yeah.
So, you know, but as if Yugyeom, you know, he's going to keep doing music, and if this is what he's going to do, then great. We will let, you know, Grey will let him have a good song, and I'm really pleased for him. And yeah, like, I mean, for people who don't know, like, I am a fan of GOT7, was a fan of GOT7, and Yugyeom is/was my bias in GOT7, and I've always really liked his voice. I think he has a very unique, very like feminine voice, and he's a really good dancer, and he has this very like kind of softy personality, basically. And yes, and he's very tall. I've always very much liked Yugyeom. But anyway, so I think his voice sounds really nice in this. I think it's just the backing track gives his voice a chance to, you know, shine with its like unique tone, and he does a little bit of dancing. It's kind of funny. Yeah, so that's that. And not bad. Now, the only thing is it kind of like doesn't really go anywhere. Like
Yeah.
the 1 minute thing. I think the chorus could have just had a bit more going on. It just sort of doesn't really go anywhere. So you find yourself just sort of grooving along to the nice backing track, But on the top, you're a bit like, okay, I like the sound of the tone of his voice, but where is the melody like actually going? Like what's going on here? It's just there's not quite a catchy chorus that we needed,
Yeah, I mean the most catchy bit is the 1 minute.
But even that, we could have said that, sung that in a bit more of a catchy melodic way,
Yeah, I mean I don't disagree. Like, I don't think this is as well executed as it could have been, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the thing. Like I think this is pretty good. Like I'm quite happy with this song. Exactly the same issue as you, though. I'm like, yeah, I mean, this could be sung by anyone from AOMG, and I would like it just as much, if not more. Like I don't really think it's him that's making me like this. I think it's Gray, but I don't know what like the proportion of things that he's done compared to things that Gray's done, that J Park's done, that their choreographer's done, all of that, how that works. But yeah, I think the trouble is he's just becoming like he's just becoming an AOMG guy that I don't like the voice of as much as the other AOMG guys.
Yeah.
That's kind of what he is now. And like this album is actually like really very good. And like there's some like extremely good songs on here, but every single one of them I'm like, would I not prefer this if J Park was doing it? I probably would. I added loads from this album actually.
Really? I really need to listen to this. I'm so behind. I need to sort it out. I've just been listening to the same old stuff.
Yeah.
I need to listen. I don't know why I haven't. I guess because before I haven't always loved his stuff. But I will do then. I definitely will. But yeah, you're right. But you know what?
Yeah.
Let's keep him busy. Give him some good songs. Keep him busy. And he'll, because if you think about it, right, the AOMG concert that I went to in London, like how much of the pull for that was from Yugyeom? Like you have to say, like,
but who else was playing?
Money. Like Loco, Gray, Lehigh, and I think Simon Dominic.
Yeah, well, they're all bigger in Korea than here.
Yeah, so to be able to do a fairly big show in London, I mean, it was obvious that people were there for him. So if he's going to bring some money in, they give him some good songs.
Yeah, mutually beneficial relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. If we don't count Ponytail, I added 5 from this album.
Is Ponytail on this album?
Yeah. Of course it is.
It's funny because Swither said you could throw a more interesting harmony vocal on top of it in the last chorus. Yes, very good point. But that reminds me that there is some nice harmony work somewhere about 3/4 of the way through this song. I noticed that bit was really, really nice. So look out for that part.
Okay.
But yeah, a lot of people are probably very grateful it's not J Park, but Yugyeom said, yeah, probably, but not me.
Yeah, but only the GOT7 fans.
Yeah.
Literally only them. I should probably do some recommendations from this, actually, shouldn't I?
Oh, yeah.
You know what? Let's go with... Obviously, I've got to do the one that's got Sumin on it, because everybody in here loves Sumin features. So Shine featuring Sumin. Yeah, check out Shine.
Okay.
Also, Be Alright featuring Punch Nello was pretty damn good. And I would also plug Wah. Yeah, as for the saying, Wah.
Okay.
That one's also good. There are
Okay,
others,
no.
but those are the ones I'll do for now.
All right, I'm definitely gonna. How many songs is on there?
Quite a few. Let me check.
On a scale of 0 to crush, how many
14,
songs? Oh wow, that is a fair chunky album.
including Love Your Ponytail. So you know.
Yeah. Have they got ponytail? Ponytail,
No.
instrumental.
There's actually none of
Ponytail,
those.
excited,
There's no
ponytail.
like English versions or instrumentals. That's all just
Wow.
songs. So well done to him.
Amazing. That is cool. Okay, great. So there must be some content out here. Is he like going on shows and stuff? I need to get back into it really, to be honest. I think a lot of the shine of a Lehigh feature too. Wow, amazing. I definitely need to do this. It's just I think as well, like as some of you know, that when I went to see them in concert, just the way Yugyeom conducted himself that night, like it really took the shine off of him quite a bit for me. So I think I have sort of gone off him quite a bit since then, which is a shame. I can't really help the way I feel about that. Not like, not holding a grudge or anything.
No, you should. If someone proves themselves not to be who you thought they were, then there's
Yeah,
consequences to
very
that.
true, very true. Yeah, it's true. But I definitely will still check out the album. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing as I was saying with this though. Like the whole way through the album, like they're all really good songs, but I'm just like, man, would I not rather that this was somebody else from AOMG? They're just like great songs with Yugyeom on. That's what I feel like they are. I don't know how much he contributes to the writing of these ones, but we'll see. It just felt like a good AOMG album rather than a good Yugyeom album, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, which is fair enough, because it probably majority of the work that's gone into it is just like a joint effort of AOMG stuff, which is, they're probably, but he's probably learning an awful lot since being there. And so as time goes on, he might, and now that he's maybe getting into his sound a little bit more, because oh my God, his other album was so just dark. Like even the album art, I swear, is just like black, and it was all just like, like very moody stuff.
Yeah, he wants to be the anti-idol,
Yeah.
with his soft ass voice.
Yeah, he's got such a soft, lovely, feminine voice. I've always loved that about him. I've always found his voice to stand out. Like he might not be technically the best singer, but I just really love that tone. And I actually like in the MV, there's some quite like close up shots of his face, but I actually really like that. Obviously, but yeah, I like it. It's good. There's good use of color as well. It's really nice. I just feel sorry for the person that had to go and like untie all those bits of fabric off of that building afterwards. Like that must have taken ages. There's hundreds of like bits of cloth tied around these railings.
Some of these dance moves as well are like super old school J Park.
Yeah, this is true. But
I think that like head nod out of frame thing is totally from Solo. I'm pretty sure. But like, yeah, there's some of these moves like you just know J Park was like, yep, just take mine, man. It's fine.
But he himself is a really, really great dancer, so I don't really know why that's the case.
I don't know. Maybe they're just generic hip hop moves.
I don't know. He's a really great dancer. But anywho, so that's that, and that is Yugyeom. And yeah, and really, I have not really added. Honestly, I've not really added anything. The last thing I really added was Twice, and then before that, the other Twice, and then before that was Yonsei. That's it, and Mini Manny. That's it, really. I've not really been feeling much else. So I have been on a massive, massive like nostalgia trip recently, and I've been absolutely obsessing over old like early 2000s British pop music, basically.
Oh,
And
okay.
I've been absolutely loving it. I've been
Was
having
it kickstarted by a
best
certain
time.
Sophie Ellis Bextor, or was it something else?
No, what do you mean? Has she done
She's-
something?
No, she's just like blowing up again because her song was in some film. Yeah,
What song? What film?
Murder on the
I don't
Dance
know.
Floor,
I
of
don't-
course.
If you think you're getting away, I will prove you wrong. I'll take you all the way. Boy, just come along. Hear me when I say, hey. It's murder on the dance floor, but you better not kill the groove. Hey, 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 it's murder on You better not steal the moves, DJ. Gonna burn this goddamn house right down.
Murder on the Dance Floor's become popular again.
Yeah. It's like number 2 in the charts or whatever.
I pay no attention to A, the news, B,
Neither do I, but
the
it keeps getting pushed to me on
C,
YouTube.
social media. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm not
I
moaning,
don't-
it's a great song, but you know.
It is a great song. Oh, fair play to her. She must be getting on now. So
She's had like several kids, I think, since then as well.
yeah. But no, that's
She
not-
still
I
sings
don't know
great, by the
what-
way. I watched her, she did like performances on like one of the late night shows in America the other day, and it was like,
Right.
it's like she never left, you know? It's just really good still.
God, I can still so vividly remember that album, the Murder on the Dance Floor album. Like I remember having the CD, and it's like a black and white photo of her with like the album title written in like red like lipstick print on the front of the. And I can remember so vividly having that CD and playing it on my little CD player all the time.
Mm.
Ah, the good old days. But no, I have been on a binge of like basically the ex Spice Girls
Oh,
solo
God.
stuff. Which can I just say how underrated so much of their music was? Like, why did I not shout about this more at the time? Because seriously, like Emma Bunton's stuff that she did, solo stuff, it's so brilliant. It's really, really good. Been listening to some VBEC stuff.
Oof.
Samantha Mumba, been loving her.
Who?
What else? Samantha Mumba, oh my god.
Who? She wasn't in the Spice Girls, what are you talking about?
Not in the Spice Girls. This is elsewhere. Mucha from the Sugar Babes, her old
blimey.
stuff. Jamiroquai, I got back into him again. I've been playing all them again. I've been playing all of this stuff and been absolutely loving it. Like, what a good time. What a good time. Oh my god. And then anyway, I don't need to keep shouting out old stuff, but
I can join in anyway. Outside of listening the shit out of the new Chromeo album and like random bits and pieces that are new, I've been going back to the early 2000s as well, listening to loads of Block Party because, you know, I love them.
Oh, good.
And I also went on a Pet Shop Boys binge the other day, so that's something, right?
Nice. Love a bit of Pet Shop Boys.
Yeah. Let's make lots of money, you know? So yeah, get into those. Good shit, right?
Very good. Very, very good. Yeah, I don't really know. I think because Mucha has a song which samples a Jamiroquai song, so that's how I started listening to them again. But oh my dear God, their music was so good. What the hell? Like we were spoiled, seriously spoiled. I don't think I appreciated it at the time, but
I don't think I did at all.
I definitely did not appreciate it.
I think the trouble is, though, it's the same thing as when you look back at any era. You only look back at the good stuff and you don't realise how much absolute shit there was as well. Because there was a lot of really, really bad music back then too, so...
Oh, I know how this came about. I know exactly how this came about. So a couple of weeks ago, I went on to my old... I logged in /used/found my old iTunes account.
Oh, blimey.
So that's how. So I managed to log back into my old iTunes. I can't remember what I was using it for, but I went back on my old iTunes and realized that I had all my old music on there that I'd actually bought, once upon a time. And so that's what this all is. And a lot of it is stuff that I have, like, since having Spotify, like nowadays, it's just a lot of stuff that I have remembered the old stuff I used to listen to and added it now. But there's a lot that I had just forgotten about, and some of it's like one-off songs that I totally forgotten about that I used to be absolutely obsessed with. And so, like, oh my god, like J-Lo's old stuff, like so good. There's so much that I've just re-added and just been absolutely loving, and it just takes me back to just it takes me back. It really takes me back.
I need to plug my old MP3 player in again soon to see what's still on there.
Seriously, like I'm gonna go ahead and post some of these songs in the Discord.
To be
for
fair,
everyone
I
to
remember
enjoy.
I looked on my old MP3 player before, and I had that right up until like halfway through being a K-pop fan. So,
Right.
like, I have like 110 listens of like "Genie, Tell Me a Wish" or whatever. like,
Oh my
like so many listens of all these K-pop songs I was just burning the fuck out of at the time.
I think it made me realize as well, because obviously I can see on there when I purchase like whole albums. So I remember, like, I literally vividly remember going on, and you could see the two prices. So one was for like just the song, and it would be like
Yeah,
99p, and then it'd be like,
79p.
or the album was like 6.99 or whatever. And so it would always be like, "Ooh, should I get the whole album or not?" So because I remember like liking a couple of songs, and then I discovered that like there was this album called the Trevor Nelson Collection, which had like
God,
like
blast from the past.
which had like 30 different amazing like R&B songs on. So I was like, just bought the whole one, and then that kind of got me into a load of more other ones as well. So
Nice.
yeah, I
My
can see
memories of
where I
that stuff are just
whole
going to
album.
HMV and buying CDs.
Yeah, as
And being
well.
like 2 for $5 and getting a couple of really good CDs. Like, I think that's how I got.
Yeah.
Do you remember Example?
Oh yeah.
So
yeah,
I got
yeah, yeah.
Example's album that way. That was a great album, fantastic. Got like
think-
Vampire Weekend there. God, good times.
Oh yeah. What did I used to get from HMV? I feel like I used to go to Asda, and I'd just be like, "Mum, can I get this? Like, Mum, can you get me this CD from Asda?" When we were doing like the weekly food shop. I think I
We
was
just
like,
do
because I
HMV.
was still too young. Yeah.
I mean, we did have
Um,
like you'd go to Tesco's and get some greatest hits album or whatever, but like that was kind of as
It's
far as it
also-
went.
Like, I don't know if I've ever said this before, but one of the ways that I massively got into like 70s and 80s music is because like shamefully my family used to get the Daily Mail like newspaper.
Oh, so did
that was-
mine for the TV guide.
Uh,
They still do.
Yeah, but it came with at the weekend. It came with the Weekend magazine, and
Yeah.
now and again they'd throw in like a free CD. Did you ever get those?
Yep.
And-
That's how I got Human League Dare, was from that.
Oh yes.
Great
Well,
album.
So I remember these CDs used to come free, and my mum would be like, "Do you want this CD?" And it would be like compilation. It was aimed at them, so it was like compilation from the 1970s compilation, or like 80s soul compilation, or whatever.
Yeah.
And I used to do this paper round where it was a paper, but I would get all the leaflets delivered each week. And before delivering the papers, I had to get all the different leaflets and put them all into the papers and then deliver the papers. So I
Alright.
used to do it in the garage. I used to lay out all the different piles of leaflets, and then I'd have to literally, like a little conveyor belt line, get all the like 15 different leaflets and then put them in the paper. Then the next paper and do that. So then I used to have a CD player in there, and I used to put these like Daily Mail compilation albums on in the garage whilst putting all the leaflets in their papers. And that's how I like massively got into all like 70s and 80s music.
I used to play like my dad's old CDs in our garage when I was playing pool or playing a video game. So I'd just be like sat there like playing Ratchet and Clank, playing like Led Zeppelin on the speakers. And
That's so good.
we had this one like triple CD that was like Monsters of Rock or whatever. I listened to that so much, it was like embarrassing. But yeah,
Monsters of Rock.
mate, there was
I
so many
remember-
good songs on that CD though. My God, it was
Like,
incredible.
I remember there was my favorite one was like when I basically got into disco. So there was like one that was like 70s disco compilation, and it would come in like a cardboard sleeve. Yeah, so I'd be listening to this, putting the leaflets in the papers, and I was really quite young. And I remember we'd be like going on holiday, and I'd be like we'd be like in our 7-seater with like 5 kids,
Oh yeah.
and I'd be like, "Can we play this CD?" So we'd go, and I'd be like, "Mum, put the Earth, Wind and Fire song on. Put the Earth."
I know this.
And my whole family was like, no, because I was like the only weird one. And like, I was like, play Earth, Wind and Fire. And I was like looking around at like my siblings being like, isn't this so good though? And I was like, what the hell is this?
This has just reminded me of holidays when I was younger. And like,
Yeah.
did you ever have where you had like self-recorded like cassette tapes of stuff
Yeah.
off the radio, and like it would all be different volumes? So you're like, I remember we'd be like driving through France or whatever on holiday with a
Yeah.
fucking cassette on, and then the song everyone likes comes on, but it's really quiet, so we have to turn it up.
I remember literally sitting, you'd sit by the thing, wait for the song to come on so you could press record.
Yeah,
and then
slam the
you'd, like,
record
go
and play
for a
button
wee.
together.
You'd like go for a wee and you'd be like, no, I missed it. You'd come back and it would be the end of the song. You're like,
And you have to sit and
"No."
wait for it to come back around again on the playlist.
But then I used to do that, record them, and then I would basically repeatedly listen to songs over and again and like write the lyrics down. Did you ever do that? Like
I
I'd
didn't do
write
that,
down what
no.
the lyrics were.
No, my
'Cause I
family just
remember-
did the lyrics wrong, is what we did instead.
Because I remember literally the Bewitched album, and I wrote down. I had a little booklet that I made. Me and my like oldest brother, we sat there and we like wrote down all the lyrics for all of the Bewitched album and like stapled it
Jesus.
and made a little booklet.
Say you will, say you won't. My sister had that album.
Honestly, it's an underrated album. I seriously like. I've been listening to all this stuff, and Spotify's been trying to throw me like, "How about Bewitched?" I'm like,
Yeah.
not quite.
Say La Vie's still a banger, no matter what anyone says. Come on.
Yeah. There were some good songs on that album, though.
Unstoppable song.
Right, I'm going to throw a few recommendations for everyone in the Discord, and everyone except us and Swither will be like, "What?"
Yeah. I'll label this like the weird ass tangent of doom or whatever, like in the episode. So people can just skip past it if they want. But I feel like this is interesting to talk about old school life in the UK. You know?
Seriously. And I remember as well, like this was another thing. So sorry, Swither. I will definitely gonna let you talk. I'm so sorry. But what was I gonna say?
That's a good question.
Yeah. So off one of these CDs, one of the 80s ones, I remember one of the songs on the compilation was Madonna, Into the Groove.
Oh god,
And I
yeah.
remember I remember being like, "Wow, this song is absolutely amazing." And I told my mum, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I've got that album, which is Madonna's album, The Immaculate Collection, which is an absolutely incredible album." And I remember getting this CD, and I was like, "Oh!" And then I discovered that they had the what was the channel, the music channel that played like old songs? Was it VHS? Was it VHS or
VH1?
VH1, yeah, VH1. And I remember, so I went onto VH1 and then saw the music video for Madonna's Into the Groove, and that opened a whole new can of worms for me as well. Like I was like, oh my god, like the old music videos as well, like not just the old songs, but the old music videos. I was like, oh my god. And I remember like seeing Annie Lennox's music videos on there, which are really like weird, and be like, this is just amazing. This is so much better than, whatever else is around at the moment. But yeah, good times. And so many of those papers like that I was meant to deliver, I just shoved them in the bush, mate. I just couldn't deliver 250 papers. They didn't want those papers. They were free papers with tons of leaflets in. I just shoved them in the bush, mate. They didn't want them.
Here we were being like, oh, industrious little T doing her paper round. Good on her. Nah, fuck it, mate. Chucking me on a bush. Who cares? Going home.
And then
I've got to take Madonna.
Yeah, because then I used to have my little Walkman, and I used to have this little purple backpack that would fit my Walkman in my backpack that I would wear whilst doing my paper round, wheeling this like trolley of papers around the streets. And after a while, I would just be like, sod this, I can't be doing this. So I'd spent all that time putting the leaflets in the papers, and I just shoved them all in the bush.
Did you have like a little Walkman to walk around with when you were doing it?
Yeah, like I had like a Walkman CD player. You know? But obviously, how do you carry that around? Well, I had a really
put it
cute
in your pocket.
Not what? A whole thing in your pocket?
Yeah, boy. Get some boy pockets. Come on. You seen the size of those fucking things in the shorts you wear when you were a kid? Gigantic.
But I had a little like lilac backpack that I'd put on my back, and you'd put the Walkman in and you'd like zip it shut, but with the wire poking out.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. That's how I did my paper round. But yeah, because I'd like have to wheel along. It wasn't on a bike. There was too many. So it was like 250 papers. So you'd like pull this trolley thing along, and I'd be there just like listening to disco music and like shoving papers into a bush.
That'd be me just absolutely slamming Electro 6 on the Walkman. Or Electric 6, I should say.
Electric 6, yeah.
I fucking loved that album.
Hey, is that the Electric Eel?
Electric 6 Fire is the album. Banging.
Who sang the Electric Eel song, though? I'm getting mixed up.
Do you mean Electric Feel?
Yeah.
MGMT.
Oh, yeah. That's it. Anyway, I will go now.
Yes.
Great chatting
Danger,
to you.
danger, high voltage. T gotta go.
See you soon.
See you
Bye.
later. All right, my last guest today, my second and last guest, is Mr. Swither. I rabbited on for bloody ages with T. Let's see if that continues with Swither. Let's get him in. Here we go. Hello, Swither.
So good that it's hurting, hurting, hurting. Howdy.
He must have been a dance commander.
I'm going to pretend that I didn't see any of the last 4 minutes of stream so that I can focus on how beautiful that reminiscing sesh between you and T was. T describing the paper route almost made me cry. That's just a beautiful core memory sort of thing. It made me think of pushing wheelbarrows of mulch around, listening to Daft Punk, Kanye, Animal Collective as a child. Good stuff.
There you go.
Well, yeah. So I don't want to move into the content that I'm interested in bringing on today until I talk a little bit about the Twice that we were just exposed to. I loved it, but I acknowledge that it's mid at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like it's kind of the same sort of move that I imagine a BTS fan must have felt when BTS started doing like Dynamite and stuff like that. But it's much better than that. Well, yeah, it's totally subjective, but to me, it's
less of a departure.
It's less of a departure, and I'm just so very happy to see all those girls getting into it like that. And Jonghyun just had a note that reminded me of her note in just a little bit of her note in One in a Million, which is one of my favorite clips of her. And the video is just so beautiful. That's one of the things that Twice can do. I can get choked up, and then I'm also at the same time, getting choked in a different way by how Nayeon is looking on the screen, and that's a special space to be in. But yeah, I like that song. And also, yeah, Rush off the album is quite good. But I am on today to bring on two songs if I'm so lucky.
Mm-hmm.
The first of which may be one of the last songs that we get from legendary producer Shin Sedong Tiger and his group Tribe, who released it a few days ago. And this is the B-side of the single Diamond, whose lyrics are, I won't touch on that one, but I'm bringing on Run, which is the not the title track.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's get into it.
Okay, here we go. Tribe Run.
Just the feel time for Wonderland. See my heart beating. I'll be going up and down, running if I wanna get. Everybody, let's go together, take it right now. Let's go together, take it right now. Let me show you where to go. Even if it's far away. 스토리를 시작해. From now 우리 함께. Run, 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 run to it. 하늘 높이 날아가. How you feeling about it? Na na na. Run, 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 run to it. Moving, let's go, we go now, now. Just a feeling, really, baby. Make it true, right? Make it hit, right? Yeah, we popping up, popping up. We popping up, popping up. Right, bring it back, right? Make it hit, right? 세상을 흔들어, it's starting now. Run.
Okay, Swither, do you feel the need to run away, or are they popping off, popping off?
Let me show you where to go. Yeah, they're popping off. They're popping off. Love these girls. They have a number of unique party songs, and the vibe it just oozes through this track. You know, it's not one that it's not dark. It's not hype. It's not, I mean, maybe it's a little hype, but like it's not. It's just, obviously the I don't know how to describe the synth, but it has a little bit of like a motor quality to it. Wow, 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 whatever that sound is. That's
Bit of wah wah.
just just great production. It grabs you immediately, and this was the song that when I put it on, it grabbed me immediately, and I was already feeling really good about where it was going, and I don't know what to say about that sort of production flourish, because it's something that this group and their producer have done so well in so many different instances. But I don't know if I have anything interesting to say about it. Just that it's vibey, it's creative, and this falls more into the category of for me of songs that you can ride out to. This is maybe you're leaving the party, but the night isn't over, but the energy level is like you're in there. I'm really saying a lot of nothing. Wow. Well, I like the choreo to this song. I like that it's balancing that the moves all. It seems like a very doable choreo, but it still has some of the some footwork staples that I think keep something fun and interesting to do, and then they use the group in some nice ways. So I like this balanced sort of choreo, and they look great. And Hyunbin has some good lines, and it's just a really strong song to drop, and then get such bad news right after.
Mm-hmm.
So they've stopped promotions for this comeback, obviously. And just so we have it on the show this time and it's not confusing, the plan right now is that we'll do a bigger retrospective on all of the incredible songs that Shinsadong Tiger has done throughout his career. So I won't dip too much into that either.
He deserves a lot more than a passing mention in this episode, so hopefully next time we have a decent turnout, we will crack on and do a special remembering Shinsadong Tiger and his amazing work, because he's made some absolute bangers over the years.
A lot of my favorite songs for sure.
Run, I was kind of with you in T at the start. Like, it starts off and you're like, oh wow, okay, this is good, wow, cool, and then like across the song, like more and more irritations just accumulate for me. Like, it's just like there's the chant that I'm not really here for, and then there's like these terrible filters over the verses. Like particularly, I don't know Tribe that well, but the girl with the twin braids. gets like super robotized, like insanely hard in her parts of the verses, and it's like horrible. And then like even Songsun, who is like an amazing singer, gets like auto-tuned to hell. And then obviously like I never like their rap parts, so that doesn't work. Like it's a great chorus, but man, everything else is working against it for me.
Yeah, I would say that a number of the raps are a little awkward, or the spoken parts of the verses kind of end awkwardly. There's one that
Yeah.
ends particularly awkwardly. But nothing that I'm not routinely overlooking with a lot of the songs that I like a lot. So I'm still into this. I think, yeah, I don't think I really noticed the vocal filter as is often the difference between our perceptions of songs.
Super. Some of the girls
but,
sound okay, like 2 of them sound fine, and the rest all just sound horrendous. It's sad.
Gotcha. Yeah, it seems possible.
Because they
Yeah, I mean,
start off with the super robotized girl, and they go to someone else who sounds less bad, and like and then other people, Song gets butchered by like auto tune. Yeah, it's just rough.
Do you think that, because it's kind of interesting for it to be the case for a couple members and not the others? Do you think that when this happens, it is the product of them not getting a satisfactory vocal take in the studio and then having to make do with what they had and force it into?
I struggle to
being the right
believe.
vocal take?
I struggle to believe that because Song is their main vocal and she's really good. So I really doubt that they would struggle to get a good vocal take out of her and have to auto tune her to hit it.
Yeah, I agree with that. So
I mean, it's possible that she had a bad day in the studio, but I think it's just because they know that like songs with terrible production sell great now, so they just do it. It's a trend to not sound natural. So,
well, it's definitely a trend to include bits of vocals that are that have effects, that straight up have effects on them, but then also more company wise, we've talked about the different sort of house vocal chain habits that different companies have. But I do think it's fair to say that like across the board, it's more common in all types of pop music to have ad libs or added vocal parts that aren't usually performed when singing the song, to add little effects on them to just change the texture or get a different feel. And in many instances, I'm totally happy with that. But oftentimes it's just either distracting or not adding anything.
It's just the whole core of the song now, though, that is like super filtered and tuned to oblivion. Like, I don't mind if you have like random little like ad libs doing it, but like when it's the core of the song and basically all the vocals sound terrible, I'm not okay with it.
Yeah, I mean, the K-pop recording process is just really interesting. It's not that distinct from pop recording as I understand it, but just because they make it so accessible, there's so many groups that you get to watch the recording behind videos. Like, I recently was watching the NMIX recording behind videos for their recent EP because I've been so obsessed. I've been listening to that EP so much, and the recording behind it is a really beautiful thing to watch sometimes, depending on the group and the company, just how they encourage different sounds out of members and what they're looking for. I think the NMIX team ended up sounding really good. I mean, the people in the studio giving directions. It was a good balance of affirmation and gentle direction. And obviously, a lot of those girls can really sing, so it's not that tough to get gold out of them. But yeah, I find I developed so much more nuanced opinions on parts of the songs when I watch the recording behind, because then you see all the choices that were made and you hear thrown out vocal takes, and then I end up being like, well, actually, I really like this whole song, but this one, ad lib, I think I would have gone for a brighter tone.
Yeah.
it just makes you more invested in it.
I
But
find it quite revealing as well when you watch those, which companies use the actual live mic and which use the produced vocals when they're singing in the studio.
that's such a good point. Yeah, no. When they edit it back,
Because
and sometimes
it's so funny when they're showing them recording it and it's the produced vocal with like reverb and loads of like effects on that you can hear. It always gets me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure that Oh My Girl pretty much always just use the actual vocals, at least as far as I can tell. But a lot of them, like, you suddenly, like, they're singing and it's all got production on it, and it's very strange.
Yeah, I have definitely seen a couple instances of that. I think the ones that I watch most are JYP group behinds and Stacy recording behinds,
Mhm.
and those they always give you some vocal takes that you can tell are absolutely raw and yeah, it's nice. In some of the other instances, like what you're mentioning, where they tune it even for the behind video,
Yeah.
or just only include the finished produced vocals. It's frequently funny when they're just trying to include a particularly cute or funny moment in the studio, but they're ashamed of what the vocal take behind it sounded like. So they'll just show you the cute moment of the member, like, you know, like blooper style, but then
With no
just
sound.
play you the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I actually had a thing. I watched the new Tribe title track the other day and was like, man, these girls are so distinctive and I like them, but they just don't seem to make the music I like anymore. So I went back to watch some of their old stuff, and I remember they did those performance practice videos, you know, where they're dancing and singing, and I made a horrible discovery that those aren't actually live.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can see they're not even like they're lip syncing because they missed some of the lip syncing. Because I was gonna share one and be like, oh man, don't forget how amazing this was, and then I was like, hang on, that ain't right.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
they've
they've recorded the room with them just singing stationary, and then they've danced and they've put in the shoe noises. I'm pretty sure it's what they've done.
Yeah, I think that's one of the common processes that flows that is used for like actual concerts. I think frequently there's that middle ground between, you know, not just having the background song playing and also not having live vocals, where what I believe is a frequent process is they go into the venue and then during like sound check
they
or
record them
before
singing
that,
without dancing.
Yeah, and that was kind of a new process that I wasn't familiar with, which I guess I do prefer to just getting the album version played, because, you know, it does feel like a bit of a cheat if you're watching a live performance and you're not even hearing any new vocals that you haven't heard on the album. So
it feels
at
like
least
more
it's
of a
nice.
cheat when they're trying to fool you with that, though. I feel like
In
at
a
least if
way,
you're just
but-
playing the album, the audio, I can be like, okay, fine, they're lip syncing. Like,
Yes,
it's so irritating to like find a performance where people sound good, and then you're like, oh, hang on, that's not live.
Yeah, I agree that it's fundamentally more dishonest to do the process we just described of like recording or right before the show or whatever. But I still prefer it because, again, I like just getting a new vocal take. You know, hear a little bit more dimension, even if it's not the choreo dance and sing at the same time.
People will just do anything but sing live. Like, they'll do anything to make sure they don't have to sing live.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely just such a special challenge to not only be able to dance and sing, but also to be able to produce a live show with multiple vocalists that are all moving around. It's a special challenge. So there are absolutely instances in which it makes sense, and I understand why groups that can absolutely sing live while they're dancing end up not, because sometimes the live sound people just are not ready for that. And frequently K-pop fans talk about this when K-pop groups go on American programs, and they're just like, oh, you know, American sound people just do not know how to produce multiple live vocals like that, which in some cases might be an excuse, but I think
I
there's
still
some
prefer for them
legitimacy
to try, though.
Sure. Yeah. No, I'm in the same boat. Obviously, but you know, I think most people, if you ask them question by question, they'll say, "Yeah, I would prefer that." But the motivation is much more about, I think, protecting image and not having any like embarrassing moment that people latch onto. Just about protecting
Give
the
me
idol.
them,
But
man. I want the
Yeah.
embarrassing moments. Like, you take the good with
Same.
the bad.
yeah, same.
Like,
But yeah.
some hilarious moments have come out of people having voice cracks or fucking up a line or whatever. Like, we need that.
Yeah, I love that. And Stacey have always have repeated their stance on live vocals many times about how the girls have been directed to not worry at all about vocal cracks because it's largely just chance of whether you have like a little particle of whatever on your vocal folds at that
Yeah.
moment,
No
and
one's perfect
not
all the
sweat
time. We
that.
know that.
Yeah, and so there's been a number of Stacey performances where they have a great little crack that ends up adding a lot of character to the entire performance.
Well, this is
But,
my issue, right? Is that I prefer it when that happens. Like, and everyone is still trying to perpetuate that all of these fucking performances are going to be perfect. They're just not.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
it's fine that
we
they're
love
not.
the mistakes. We love the mistakes. I mean, the From S9 Jihan choreography mistake was one of the more memorable bits of their career because of how cute that played out. Stacey Yoon going on some radio shows and hitting her big notes and having her vocal crack, and then you just see her like eye open like a little bit to the side, like knowing that what she just did. But then you also see the moment when her eye goes back to looking forward and being like, I'm going to continue sending it. And those are beautiful moments for sure.
I mean, dude, the one when Pentagon went on Arirang radio and the guy's voice cracked like crazy in the middle of Shine and everyone just lost it. It was incredible. Like, so funny. Yeah. Everybody loved it. No one was like making fun of him like in a derogatory, painful way. They were just having a laugh with it, Like, people know that this shit happens. And like, how much more iconic is it that we have fucking like that video of Hyomin from Tiara reading a rap off of a sign rather than them just piping in the fucking rap from the person that isn't there, Like, I'm much happier that exists than they just have some shit lip syncing,
Absolutely on board with that.
We need those moments.
For sure. But yeah. I don't have anything more on this song. I guess the little pocket belt loop things, I'm incredibly resistant to calling things the influence of New Jeans, but the little like stuffed animals that they have on the belt loops does seem very much
this is the Y2K shit, isn't it? Just strap any old shit to yourself and be like, that's Y2K.
But yeah, that's another sort of throwaway comment. Trying to stay focused. The next one that I'm bringing on is from a character that we are very familiar with. We've discussed her from multiple angles, and she keeps giving us more angles. This is from BIBI, who has promoted with 2 new music videos. And as we know, BIBI is sort of the resident edgelord girl soloist of the K-pop scene. I don't think anyone can claim that title more than she.
Yeah.
And this has been to various effects. Some fantastic songs, some fantastic music videos, and some that are,
just unsettling,
depending on your taste, tasteless, or unsettling, or just a little bit like, okay, we get it, you're edgy.
Yeah.
But this time she came around with one music video called Sugar Rush that had Soyeon and Yena in it, which in a great little feature. But I'm more interested in this song and music video called Bam Young Gang. So let's get into it.
Let's see how many people she disembowels in this one. Here we go. Bam Young Gang.
떠나는 길에 네가 내게 말했지 너는 바라는 게 너무나 많아 잠깐이라도 널 안 바라보면 머리에 불이 나버린다니까 나는 흐르려는 눈물을 참고 하려던 얘길 어렵게 누르고 그래 미안해라는 한마디로 너랑 나는 마무리했었지 딸디 달고 딸디 달고 딸디단 밤양갱 밤양갱 내가 먹고 싶었던 건 달디단 밤양갱 밤양갱이야 상다리가 부러지고 둘이서 먹다 하나가 쓰러져 버려도 나라는 사람을 몰랐던 넌 떠나가다가 돌아서서 말했지 너는 바라는 게 너무나 많아 아냐 내가 늘 바란 건 하나야 한 개뿐이야 따뜻한 밤양갱
Okay, Swither. No disemboweling, no murder, as far as I could tell, apart from maybe of that mouse. What did you think of Bam Yang Gang?
Daddy dago daddy dan bam yang gang.
Dun,
Bam
dun,
yang
dun.
gang. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. When that line rolled around the first time, I was like, "Oh, she's spitting." That's my sort of stuff right there. You know, I absolutely love that when that rolled around. And then if you turn on the captions, you see the lyrics. The sort of I'm gonna butcher this interpretation, but this is my interpretation. So we start and we see BIBI and her boyfriend for the music video, who is played by Chang Ki-ha, IU's ex, who himself has such great music and also spits. Love that guy. And he did a funny job. The way he decided to play his lip sync to the lines was amusing to me. And the basic thrust of the song, to me, it seems like they're breaking up, and he's breaking up with her, and he's the reason being, you know, you seem to want way too much. You know, you seem to want something I can't give you, or you want too much, I think, is how it's translated. And then the chorus and the rest of the lyrics of the song seem to be her affirming, you know, I don't need that much. All I needed was a little bamyang gang, which this interpretation I'm really going to butcher because I've seen it variously translated as red bean jelly and chestnut yogurt. So
It would
I'm
make
confused.
sense if it was Azuki, right? Red bean paste.
If it was just red bean paste, it would make sense. But I'm definitely seeing mentions of chestnuts and yogurt as well. So I'm not sure what to believe. But I treat it as a placeholder for something simple, something sweet. You know, all I wanted was a little sweetness. You know, that's how I choose to interpret it. And then she has like a sort of ratatouille thing going on here. That was the first thing that I latched onto from this music video. Was obviously she has a little rat that climbs up on her shoulder and seems to be giving her directions on how to do a little stew of some sort. So very ratatouille. And then the song itself kind of has a little bit more of that vibe. As far as K-pop songs go, I could see it soundtracking a Korean, maybe like a K-drama episode in which they go to Paris or something like that. I could almost see that. But she definitely strikes me as a really compelling. If they were to do a live action Korean remake of Ratatouille, I would love her to play Cosette. Just throwing that out there. So beyond my usual throwaway comments, that synth line, the so good. I love that type of thing. And I love the synth tone that they use for that. Such a simple melody. And yeah, just the way that she plays the line. It seems to communicate what my interpretation is really well of, like, you know, that's all I needed, you know. All I wanted was a little sweetness. A little something something.
Imagine how much more K-drama Paris it would have been if they changed that synth to an accordion.
Yeah, that might push it over the edge into being a little too much.
It would have been incredible.
as I've covered on previous episodes where I have throwaway comments about corridos tumbados, I much prefer the Mexican approach to accordion to the French approach to accordion.
I'm the opposite.
But yeah. Well, I just got to convince you,
You won't. European solidarity.
Ojos de Maniaco, El Zorrito, I don't know. Okay, yeah, I won't convince you.
No.
But I love this song. At first I was like, oh, that's refreshing. This is nice from BIBI. This is cute. And then it really just started sticking, and I was like, oh, this is a song that I'm actually going to continue to listen to,
Mhm.
And I like that transition with music, one's relationship to the music that they listen to. It's nice, some of the arcs
Yeah.
of just noticing as you go from, oh, this is a nice thing, to this is going to be kind of a part of the texture of many of my days. It's such a dramatic way of saying it, but it really is. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hold on to this one, even if I don't really know what's going on in it.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. This is like the kind of palette and feel of a song that I really like in general. So I was like immediately like, ooh, okay, BIBI, you're not just doing some terrible fucking rap like you were last time, and it sounds great. Ooh, I'm happy. And then it just doesn't really do enough for me, I think. Like, I like it. I'm going to give it a try on the playlist, but it just it does get a little bit stale after a while. It's got a lovely feel to it, but I think it just doesn't quite do enough for its runtime. Like, it kind of reminds me a little bit of like, do you remember her song "Sweet Sorrow of Mother"?
내 머리카락으로 려가 그대 자식을 입혀도 거뜬히 기다릴 만큼 그대를 압니다. 사랑을 합니다.
Yeah, that one was really short and piano.
It's like a minute. Right? Yeah, but it did everything it needed to do in that minute. Whereas I feel like this could have done everything it needed to do in about 1.5 minutes.
Oh, I definitely disagree with that. I think this is really perfect as the light song that it is for, and the warmth of it kind of necessitates that you get to sit with it for a little bit. If they cut it off, this would be really unsatisfying to me. And I just love that chorus so much that I'm very much happy to hear that roll back around. When she starts with the Dati Taco thing, I'm into it.
I get it. I get a little bit tired of the bam yang gang after a while.
I think it's so precious. And is she sniffing a blunt at one point? Oh wait, no.
She hasn't totally avoided the edginess.
I believe that probably is a cinnamon stick for broadcast purposes, but it looks like she's sniffing a blunt for sure. And this is, I think, what T said about this was quirky, not queasy, as compared to BIBI's other work. I do think BIBI rules in this sort of area. Like,
she's so good at this.
Yeah, songs where you could listen to it and think this is just a nice song, and then when you see like music video or performance or like read into the lyrics, you're like, oh, this really has this has some depth. I don't know if depth is the right word, but it's got something going on, that might be a little bit more ambiguous or dark or something like that. Yeah, and that's so much more effective than hitting you with the blown out like Tarantino song that she did a while back with the I forget.
BIBI Vengeance. I fucking hated that. Good lord.
Yeah, I think maybe it was that. Yeah.
I just think when BIBI isn't trying to be cool, she's so much better. Like, she is amazing when she isn't trying to be cool. As soon as she starts trying to be too cool, I'm out. Like, it just doesn't work for me at all. I love like stuff like this and like Binu. And like Cigarette and Condom.
실해 널 피우고 난 다음엔 더러운 주위를 연기로 덮을래 네 몸이 겹칠 때 머리 비우고 난 다음엔 어지러운 불길을 밟아가 터릴래 Pack up cigarette and condom Pack up cigarette and condom
all these types of things where she's not trying too hard.
Oh, come on. I mean, pack of cigarette and condom. She's trying to be a little cool in that song.
Fine, maybe that one she's trying, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, she can do that concept. She's got a couple of songs that are quite good there. It's just when she, makes it too much about that, it just seems like a little too shallow or just it ceases having the sort of tasteful, sly, like, she's got something going on sense to it.
Yeah.
It's super ham-fistedly, like, violent or
I
dark.
like when she's more earnest rather than trying really hard to project something.
Well, I don't know if I would describe this as necessarily more earnest. It definitely
It's a
sounds
lot more earnest than fucking BIBI Vengeance.
but there's like a mystique and a cute sort of smugness to some of that I feel behind some of the lines in this song, and I think that absolutely has a place too. I'm not begging her to just be earnest all the time. I think that I think that she can cultivate a very nice, artful, mysterious sort of. Yeah, I associate it with like a little smug smile that she often does. And smug ends up sounding more negative than I mean, but you know what I mean, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought this was really cute, really nice, and I'm gonna be sticking with it for sure.
Yeah.
But do you have anything else to say on this one?
Nothing other than that the other song on this single album is fucking appallingly bad from what I remember. I hate Sugar Rush.
I'm sweet like candy. Yeah, look, don't touch. Don't try to get handsy. You get a sugar rush. I'm sweet like candy. Yeah, look, don't touch. Don't try to get handsy. Yeah, sugar rush.
Yeah, it wasn't. I thought it was fine. I wasn't mad at it, but yeah, it's not one that I'm going to be. It's not one that's important for me. And I did really like seeing Yena and Soyeon in that music video. I thought the looks were kind of cool.
I didn't even watch the music video. I listened to the song when it came out and was like, "Wow, no, absolutely not."
Yeah, that one I would say it doesn't really have much value out if you don't watch the music video. I think what I got from it was mostly from hearing it paired with the music video and just liking the characters involved. But yeah, I have just a couple little things I could shout out before. It doesn't seem like we got anyone. Oh, do we have someone that's
Accio just popped up, but whether she's calling or not, I have no idea.
Okay, well, yeah. Well, while we figure out whether or not that might happen.
What time did you call this, Accio? We said 7.
I'm just going to go through and do a very brief rundown of some of the stuff that I really liked. Obviously, I've just been super obsessed with the Twice comeback cycle because I love those girls so much. And the Rush B-side off their new mini, I quite enjoy. And it is an extension of, some of the parts of some of these songs are an extension of a theme that we touched on last time about the Baltimore clubification. Do we call it Jersey? Do we call it? But
don't make me come up with some more of these.
yeah. I won't make kick that horse too much. But yeah, that beat it really dominated last year, and now it's finding its way into so many songs where like it's such a funny wedging it in there, sort of like in the title track. Twice's what did we just watch? One Spark. Yeah, and in One Spark, there's like a pre-chorus bit where they just have the kung 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 and it's like such a it's out of place, but it's like, I'm not mad at it. I could get moving to it, but it definitely does represent the extent to which that rhythmic trend has penetrated almost every company and group by this point. And we'll see how that beat goes through 2024. The other big entrance into the scene, sonically, I would say, is and I'm gonna butcher this because I'm not that familiar with like South African music, but this genre that I've seen called Ampiano, I think. But I've heard a couple of songs from a couple of artists in that scene for a number of years. Some of them really go hard. They've got this great bass with such a hit to it. And then with the massive success of Tyla's song Water earlier this year, it is starting to clearly have some influence. And in the new Le Seraphim mini, they have a song called Smata. Well, it's called Smarter. Actually, no, it's just called Smart, but they say Smata in the song. And it's very much, this is not an original take. If you're familiar with the songs, it screams to anyone, oh, this is like got little bits of Tyla's Water and then a lot of little takes taken from Doja Cat's Woman. There's a line that sounds almost identical. And instead of it being like, let me be your woman, it's like, baby, I'm smata.
I felt
like
pretty
that.
uncomfortable with how they pronounced smarter.
I'm a smarter, baby, smarter. Smarter, baby, smarter. 하늘 보면 별까지 깜빡했어 똘까지. Wanna be a winner. Wanna be a winner. 계획대로 때까지 난 나비가 될 SME.
It's definitely the center of a number of debates that I obviously should not even chime in on.
Just because Afrobeat's popular doesn't mean you could just start putting on African accents and being like, that's okay,
Yeah.
It's mental.
Hey, in fairness, I never pronounce smarter, but
I don't fucking go smarta. That's not how I say it.
Absolutely.
That's
But,
damn fucking sure not how they say it either.
For sure. There's more going on there, for sure. But, they dedicated and did the dance. They made a choreo in the vein of Tyla's Water. And very interestingly, the Seraphim uploaded the choreo videos for the title track and then the B-side Swan Song. And though they did the choreo for Smart at the showcase, they didn't upload that one. And one has to wonder why. There's a lot of things to be debated there, but I really respect that dance tradition, and I thought it was very nice to see Chaewon moving like that a little bit. We love the girl that can just take on all these different concepts and look so natural in it. So yeah, that's all I'll say about Le Seraphim, because no one's taken on easy yet.
Thank God.
And I really don't think anyone's going to take on this Chew song, so I'm just going to shout it out now. Chew put out the song Chocolate, which one could argue is kind of halfway between 50/50 Cupid and a different Doja Cat song, maybe. But the melody is really strong to it, and I really love how it was done. I really like Chew's song Chocolate.
Taste of something so sweet on the tip of your tongue. I'm sweet like chocolate. 채울수록 갈디던 그 마음을 전부 줄게 chocolate. Sweet like chocolate.
Despite it being easy to compare, it's very enjoyable, and I think that she was really perfect for it. It's perfect for her tone and her identity as a soloist. Really enjoyed it. And I've just continued to be listening to, like I've already mentioned, I've been listening to so much of the NMix EP. That EP is definitely going to still be a factor at the end of this year for me. Love it. Boom, passion fruit. I kind of wrote off passion fruit as being a little bit of a Pink Pantheress inspired thing at first, and it didn't let me appreciate it fully. And then now I've just, I just love it. Passion fruit is such a good song, and there's so many lovable parts to it. But yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on with me and K-pop. And thanks so much for having me on again, for doing the show again. And I look forward to getting to talk about some of the upcoming big releases and good topics. Thanks so much.
Yep. Talk to you soon, Swither. And he's gone. Okay, my surprise last caller of the day is AccioSushi, who fell asleep. So I'm hoping she's not too EP to get us a decent call in. But she's down for a double, so we'll see how it goes. I'm going to go ahead and bring her in. Here we go. Hello, Accio. Wakey, wakey.
Hello.
I'm sorry to hear you're on the verge of sickness. I hope that gets better.
No, it's like I've just been on that like when you're like in between sickness and it's just like I'm neither sick nor am I like fully well.
Yeah.
So I have a little bit of brain fog, and so like my whole day today has just felt like I'm like not quite in reality.
I know what you mean. When you're like super tired, it's like that as well. You're walking around like, am I really here?
No, for real. Or are you really here? You know what I mean? That's what but yeah. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm cooking. You know how it is. That's been good. We've gone on some wild tangents today. So that's going to be fun when eventually we edit this. But
okay.
Yeah, T and I were talking about like early 2000s and 90s pop music, and like it was her paper round. It was just a lot. But you'll get to hear that in about a month if I ever get around to editing. So there's that.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know how to. My brain's too dead.
Don't worry. We can just do an easy we can talk about this now.
Sure. Okay. Well, I was gone for a bit, and these guys were gone for a long time, longer than me. And so A.C.E came back with their song "My Girl," and so that's what we're gonna talk about first.
Okay, let's do it. Here we go. A.C.E.
난 길을 잃은 pilot don't know where you are 난 보이지 않는 너를 찾아 헤매는 걸 멈춘 내 자유길 잃었던 night but 변하지 않는 맘이 still beating in my heart 오랜 시간 지났어도 you and I 끝없이 펼쳐진 Milky Way 두 눈을 감고 느낌들을 따라가 I'm gonna chase 저기 먼 곳에 I hope it's true 날 숨결이 get close to me cause I can't give up I'm looking for ya It's a new 반전은 예감 is from you Is it obvious Cause just a little love is all I need 전부 너에게 give everything 한 걸음씩 다가가 and find my girl Take you to a place we've never seen 내 손을 잡고 나와 저 멀리 모든 걸 너에게 줄게 You're my girl Till I find 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 애써 누워 선명해진 확신은 to you is your rehearse. Just a little love is all I need. 전부 너에게 give everything. 한 걸음씩 다가가 and find my girl. Take it to a place we never seen. 내 손을 잡고 나와 저 멀리 모든 걸 너에게 줄게. You're my girl. Till I find 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 my girl. 서가발이 들고 도는 길에 상처만을 닦은 눈물 뒤로 한 걸음씩 다가가 and find my girl. Take it to a place we've never seen. 내 손을 잡고 떠나 저 멀리 모든 걸 너에게 줄게. You're my girl. Till I find 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 my girl.
We don't need to do the whole ascending as angels bit as well. Right. Accio, what do you think of Ace's My Girl?
Uh, um, it's very like I don't know. It's very like I don't know. It's like a very pretty and like breezy song. So I mean, obviously I like it. And
Mhm.
also it's really nice. I feel like you can hear a lot of their like singing ability in the chorus because it's like a higher. It's up there in
Mhm.
range. So yeah, so I think it's nice to have them back because I mean I don't know why, but especially for Ace, it just feels like it's been especially long. I don't know why. Like I
I
feel
think
like
their last couple of comebacks haven't really been all that either, so it feels like longer.
that's probably why. Like it just feels like yeah. What was the last time I like really liked an Ace song? I don't even know. Yeah. So it just feels like I haven't really seen them be active since like 20. Or it feels like 2019 or 2018 maybe. Um, which is like what like 6 years now. That's what it feels like, anyways. Um, So yeah, it's really nice to see them all together. I also thought that the music video was really cute. Just like them, like feeling. It's not like it's a new plot or anything. It's just like them feeling dead in their jobs and then deciding to quit and just being like, "Yay!" you know. And like that the scene where they like quit and they're just like doing dumb stuff in the elevator, and there's that little like effect where it's like responsibility and they just like kick through it and just have a good dance scene with everyone on the street. It's cute.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think it was just cute. Like it was a good concept for them because they're like on the older side, so it would make more sense if they were working jobs. They didn't have any ridiculous fashion or anything like that. There were some interesting choices, but it wasn't like terrible. But yeah, I don't know. I liked it a lot. I liked that it was up there, but it didn't feel uncomfortable for them in range.
Yeah.
Well, the one I guess nitpick I have is that like I do like they just had their last member come out of the military, so I wonder why they didn't just like wait for him. But I guess because
Mhm.
like if they did wait for him, they would have to push the comeback to like I don't know like another 4 months or something, just because they had to like film everything ahead of time. So I guess that makes sense, but at the same time I'm like yeah like at this point we've been waiting for that much longer. Like I feel like you should just
You might as well
you should
just
just include
let it be complete, yeah.
yeah like or even if they like
Or at
filmed
least
it without him,
reshoot
could
a
be part of
version
their
with him once he's out.
yeah, like or yeah, exactly. Or just have because like I think right now they still have like performances, but it's still only the four of them. So I'm like, why don't you just like include him in it? I don't know. Like
Yeah, it's a bit
it's
strange.
weird. Um, that's the weird thing. But besides that, like I like this for Ace. They have a lot of different like I feel like they have an eclectic career. So they have like
Mhm.
their hard stuff. They have Take Me Higher, which is their like lighter stuff, and that's kind of this is kind of more in that wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Um, and then it's more like whimsical. So yeah, I like them in both. But I think they're more like their more hard stuff has the potential to be like too like just too noisy, but their soft stuff has the potential to be
Yeah.
too ballady and too boring. So
Yeah, definitely. This is a
it
good
just
point.
depends. But yes, this is a good midpoint because it's a little bit more upbeat than your typical like ballad or just like upbeat nice boy song. So yeah, I liked it. There's a lot of good moments and there's a good percussion in it as well, kind of like a good undercurrent going underneath it as well. So yeah. What about you?
I really, really like it. I think it's like a super fun, easily listenable song that I'm definitely going to get a lot of mileage out on the playlist. But like, I do have issues where, especially at the start of the MV, a lot of that shit looks AI generated, and I don't like it.
It does.
And like, there's just like misspelled shit on like posters on the wall, and it's like, come on, you could have had someone check that. Come on, man. Like, it's just it says like you can do any ying or something because they didn't put the fucking th in. Like, come on, man. Like, I know that's a nitpick, but like this guy has a college shirt that just says ledge. Like, what? It's terrible.
Maybe it's the brand and they had to do the editing out. So
It just looks rubbish. Like, it looks unfinished. And like, there's that. And then also like, we know these guys are sick vocalists. Like, they're really good.
Yes, they are.
So why do we have these stupid filters on them? Like, take those off. We don't need them. They sound amazing without them.
They do. Mm-hmm.
Other than those things,
Yeah.
I really, really like this song. But it is a bit of a swear box kind of like boy group song because you've got like the Nile Rodgers guitar and you've got the same chord progression you've heard a million times, and you've got the falsetto.
Yeah.
Like you've heard it all before, but it is really good and it works for a
It's
reason.
just a well done version of it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. It's not like it's like new, and same thing with the music video. It's not like it's a new thing, but it's just like refreshing, and it's of a higher quality of this type of song and video. So I'm down. But I see you. Not everything in the video is finished. Like when they have like the renderings of the robots, it's not a great look either all the time.
Yeah.
So,
And they're printing any ing you need.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Can you tell I do a lot of sub-editing of copy for my job?
You're like, no. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's something about Ace. It's like, I don't know if their company is like I can't tell if they're like a medium or a small company, because sometimes their stuff is really high quality, and then other times this kind of stuff happens. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, like Take Me Higher. Is like, it's just like them being happy guys in like a set, you know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, this is like a low budget, but it's a good song, so I don't really care, you know.
Yeah.
And then other times they have like certain, like when the concept is different, like I think for, what is it, Goblin or something.
Oh yeah.
The music video seemed like that had like a higher budget. So then it's like, I don't know. I can't tell if you guys have money or not. Or you're just not willing to spend it, or I don't know. You know what I mean?
It fluctuates based on whether they've toured recently or not.
Oh, that's true. I mean, that's true. You know what? They've been in the military, so maybe that's why they had to cheap out on the editing.
I think, unfortunately,
And
that the
video.
break has hurt them as well, because I swear they used to be
definitely
one of
has.
like the more popular lower tier boy groups, and now they have like under 1 million views on this.
Yeah, it's sad.
Not great, considering it's a really good song.
Yeah, I think like, yeah, definitely. I think that's just the unfortunate thing is like, I think for some reason, especially now, I feel like the industry moves really fast. And then right now, boy groups aren't really in. It's definitely girl groups that are like kind of on top right now.
Yeah, but I would argue that's just
like,
because boy groups suck at the moment.
Oh,
Like, if you make a good
okay.
song, maybe they'll
Good
actually
idea.
come back. It's just that they're constantly putting out complete shit whenever they come back.
I
Most of the
guess
big
so.
ones.
Yeah, I guess so. But I think the main thing for me is not necessarily true because, like, for instance, like, Idol is really big, but I wouldn't say that, you know.
Oh yeah, their songs are awful.
Particularly. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I just feel like there isn't any major like superstar boy groups where like people really follow them. Like,
I think it doesn't help that the rookie class has been like exceptionally weak for the last few years.
yeah, but like even if that's the case, you still have like people who have a lot of like pull that aren't necessarily like for instance New Jeans. Like, they're still rookies. They have a huge amount of pull. And I
Yeah,
don't know
but
if
that's
it's
what I
because
mean.
of
There isn't
Idol
like a
thing,
male New
but-
Jeans. Like,
Yeah,
what
that's
have we
what
got
I'm
instead? We
saying.
got like Psychers. Like,
Exactly.
you know, it's
So,
not
okay, never
exactly
mind.
the
I'm
same,
agreeing
is
with
it? Yeah.
I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say that they're around the same quality of like talent if between the boys and the girls, like whatever standard you want to put. But there just hasn't been a group where they've just kind of emerged and just been like, oh yeah, really popular. So I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll have to see if that happens this year. But yeah, I don't know if there's anything else to say about it. It's a nice song. I think it's really like I listened to this album, their mini album, while I was like driving, and the song's really a nice driving song.
Yeah.
Especially when it's like nice outside, like sunny and nice breeze and all that stuff. So, it's one of those like grooving songs. So,
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, very enjoyable.
but yeah, on their mini, I think the other one that was already released. They released Effortless already.
Everybody's looking at you, and I don't think you even notice. Everybody looking at you, so effortless and you don't know it. Everybody's looking at the clothes that you wear. That look in your eye, that's gotta be why. Everybody's looking at you, and it's like you don't even notice, don't even know.
And then the only song that's new, because I think they also released Angel, which is just like a ballad, so you don't have to listen to it.
Mhm.
Is FaceTime, and that one's a decent listen. So give that one a listen.
오늘 뭐 했어 밥은 잘 먹고 다니는 거지 내 생각은 얼마나 있어 난 보고 싶었니 할까 FaceTime look around me let's see face now hurry up baby less I'm talking drinking all day 내게 너만 있으면 okay 다른 건 없어도 돼 yeah if you wanna let it go.
And then besides that, there's like English versions of all of the songs on the album. So there's 8 songs, but there's like 4 English versions. So I was like, eh.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I think I listened through
Yeah.
it, but nothing really stood out other than this.
Yeah. I think FaceTime was decent. I think I like the song better, but FaceTime was good, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. That's
Right.
it.
Should we
That's
move on
it.
to the absolute monster that you're covering next?
Nice. Yeah. Yeah.
Still such a silly
thank you.
rap name, but what a monster!
But yes, Moonbyul. We're gonna be covering Moonbyul's solo comeback. Is it comeback? Yeah, solo
Yeah.
comeback, which is called Touchin and Moving. Is that what it's called?
Yep.
Touchin and Moving. Yeah.
Let's get touching and moving. Here we go.
그러게서 그렇게 move to move 머리에 베이스 쿵쿵 울리게 keep it up 몸을 가만 놔둘 수 없게 oh yeah 그저 그런 반응엔 볼륨을 더 only go drop kicks 나만 나쁜 너에게 뮤직 Yeah tell me what you got huh 이 느낌은 바로 이 느낌 Touchin I'm moving Can you feel the rhythm yeah 내 맘을 touching I'm moving 시동을 걸어 다시 춤추게
Okay, Accio, can you feel the rhythm? Yeah.
Is this yet a Swither call? Full call? Okay. You know what? You go first. I feel like I always go
Oh,
first, so
okay.
go ahead.
Yeah, I like this song. I think it's fun. I think it's like, it definitely is, you've heard this before, but like, it's just well done. Sounds good. She sounds good, surprisingly. Like, most people sound like shit at the moment, but she actually sounds really good. So, you know, congrats to her and her producers for not giving her some goofy ass fucking filter. Yeah, it's nice. It's just a good, funky pop song. Like, you've heard it all before, but it's good.
Yeah, I know. I think nowadays we just want like good quality.
Yeah. Anything that doesn't
We
have
do
like
the
this
quantity.
terrible filter on is already onto a winner for me.
Yeah. There is the quantity for sure. I feel like a lot of people already released, especially this week or 2 weeks, whatever.
Mm.
And so there's definitely quantity. I feel like there's so many releases that I still have to go through, LOL. But yeah, no, I agree with you. I think that I definitely miss this kind of like solo, like groovy funk song. I think there's two nitpicks that I have. Number one is that I think for me, for some reason, maybe this is just because it's a Moonbyul thing, is that I feel like this would actually suit a dude better, honestly.
I kind of feel that. But if
Like,
it was gonna be a girl singing it, at least it's Moonbyul, and she has the kind of lower
for real,
range to
for
do
real.
it.
Moonbyul definitely has, like, she's actually an underrated singer in my opinion. She's actually
Yeah,
a pretty
definitely.
good singer, and she was kind of forced to be a rapper because, well, she's in a group with Solar, We, and Kwasa, so there's not really a choice. So, anyways, so yeah, I guess that's the other thing to praise it is that she didn't really. She wasn't like, yeah, I'm the rapper of Mamamoo, so I'm not rapping this song. You know what I mean?
No, it's nice.
So
I'm
there was
liking
no
that she's
forced
doing more
rapper.
of that. She's like exploring more of her vocals in a lot of her songs now. It's nice because I like her voice.
Yeah, her voice is really nice. It's got a really nice like depth to it. She has
Yeah.
a really nice nice timbre. So yeah, I think it was really fun. I thought it was really like nice. I know it's like back in the day it was just like so common that people would do key changes, but like
Yeah.
it was just very satisfying to have a key change. So I was like, oh, no one does that anymore. So it was nice to have a key change, just like musical style key change, and um, yeah, yeah. But anyways, when I was like imagining, I was like, all right, which guy would I want to hear? I was like, what if this was like Hui's solo, and he could just like go crazy in the last chorus, you know, and just have all the ad libs on the top.
Yeah.
I was like, I wish. Either that or like in the solo that will never happen, June from Icon could have a solo, and this would suit him really well too.
She made me think of Jo Sung Mo with her massive long leather coat. I thought she was gonna do the I thought she was gonna pull that out in the last chorus, but she didn't.
Oh yeah, no, that's true. The other minor nitpick is I think with this kind of song, because it's so funky and it's so like dance forward, I kind of did wish that I saw more choreo or just more dancing. Because it's just a song that makes you want to dance. So I
The
kind of
song
like
has the word
wish-
"movin" in the title. Like, come on.
Yeah, and so she kind of like when it's like just her solo scenes, she's just like grooving along, and so I'm kind of like, oh, um, I don't know. I kind of wanted her to see more like dance pieces, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not as
that's
bothered
to a
about
degree.
choreography as a lot of people, so I kind of could let it go. But
I'm
yeah,
not bothered by it, but it's just the type of song, so that's why.
yeah, I get it. I get it.
Yeah, I would have liked to see more. But I'm sure there is choreo for it. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just not in the video or something.
I just have to give Moonbyul mad respect for probably having my favorite output of any of the Mamamoo girls. It's between
That's
her
true.
and Wheein, because Wheein doesn't put
It's
out much,
Wheein.
but when she puts it out, it's
But
usually
Wheein-
pretty good.
Yeah. That's
Or
true.
it's a boring ass ballad that I don't care about. So you know.
True. Wheein do have her many ballads. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Wheein always either does like cool R&B or like ballads, and it's like Wheein, please.
Yeah, I mean, Easy was amazing.
I am not easy. 난 그런 거 싫어. 좋게 맞춰준 거지. 널 더 좋아한 거지. 이미 내 맘도 변해가네. 너에게 가둬둔 날 거네. 어서 말해. Too late, you're so stupid. No way, it's not easy.
Watercolor was great.
나를 깨워 내 모습을 채워 비에 젖은 듯 흐리게 치는 I'm still dreamer 내가 제일 키워 더 많은 색을 원해 난 다 잘 어울려 다 잘 어울려
But then, like, everything else,
makes me happy.
Whereas,
Yeah,
like,
Make Me
Moonbyul
Happy
has
is
several
decent,
songs I
but-
like. You know, she does cool stuff.
Yeah, she has an interesting one. Like she had, I think, Cheese in the Trap last year. That was decent.
She's in the trap 너의 심장을 탑탑 타이로 trap 사랑에 빠질 땐 우연인 척 연기할래 네 취향을 저격 I'm gonna make your mind 넌 더 잘 걸렸어 넌 내게 빠졌어 넌 더 잘 걸렸어 넌 더 잘 걸렸어 넌 내게 빠졌어 취향을 저격 매력에 빠진 걸
Yeah, I didn't mind
Yeah.
Lunatic apart from that horrendous, like, rap verse. Gee goo 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 goo! Come on, that was a banger!
널 보고 있을 때면 난 무중력 산소도 부족해버린 나의 리얼 끌어당기듯 더욱이 just 중력에 이끌려 지금 I feel yes move 둘만의 아지트인지 꾸꾸꾸꾸 빙빙 돌고 돌아가는 지구꾸꾸
No one can
yeah,
tell me it
that-
wasn't an amazing song. Love that song. Oh.
That's true. Like, yeah, that's true. I feel like Kwasa's is very one note.
I hate
Like,
Hwasa's
it's she's
solo
kind
stuff.
of a one.
I hate hers and I
don't
hate
mind.
Solar's. I can't fucking stand anything they do. They just want so hard to be like this attitude queen from the West, and I just don't want
Yeah,
it.
she does. She does have that persona for sure.
I hate
Um,
it. Like there's like a
I don't
pose that
mind
Solar
Solar,
does that
but-
like embodies why I fucking hate everything she does.
Solar or Hwasa?
Yeah, Hwasa's the same.
Or both?
Solar
you
Solar
can't
has
both.
the specific look and pose that I can point to and be like, yeah, that's everything wrong with Solar. And like Hwasa just
no,
like does
can
nothing I
actually
like.
picture exactly what you're talking about. I know. I can
It's
picture
the
exactly
like
what
one
you're talking
finger
about,
up
actually.
like attitudey lip thing. I fucking hate it. It makes me want to
It's the lip
kill
one.
myself when
It's
I
the
see
like
it.
lip pout with the like side eye and the power
Yeah,
pose
and the like
everywhere.
slight
Yeah, yeah.
squint, and I just hate it.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and I
know
don't know.
what
I
you're
don't know what the fuck Hwasa's doing. Like she's like trying to become Megan Trainor or some shit, and I just don't want that.
It does seem that way. Okay. Anyways,
She's a great feature, but individually, I hate what she does.
yeah, I think it's because she tries to play up into that like, I don't know, like image, I guess that she has.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like Moonbyul, I feel like she just has the ability to just have fun more.
Yeah,
in
that's
her stuff.
exactly it.
So,
Moonbyul
that's
just
why.
has fun, whereas the others are all trying to push some kind of role for themselves, you know?
Yeah, which is like sucky, I guess, because I don't know. they all have really good vocalists. So it's just
Oh
kind of
yeah,
like,
they're very talented people.
that's the thing is like, I think the main thing, the core of Mamamoo was like a lot of their songs were like a lot of fun first. And
Yeah,
then
they
you'd
were
be like,
fun and they were
oh yeah, here's the
classy, is I
vocals.
think what the start of it
Yes,
was with
absolutely.
them. And I feel like most of their solo stuff doesn't go with either of those things.
Yeah, that's true. It's like the opposite.
Yeah, Sola's trying super
Uh,
duper hard to be like Miss Sexy, and just seems to be getting more and more plastic every time I look at her. And then Wasa's trying to be like some body positive queen or whatever the fuck she's doing at the moment. I'm just not about it. I'm cool with what Huyen's trying to do, but she just doesn't put out enough stuff.
yeah, it's
you
fine.
know?
It's just been really quiet. Yeah, it's been really, really quiet on her part. So I don't know what's going
Yeah.
on. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't listen to this album. Did you?
I did, I think. Yeah. I didn't add anything
think you
else to my
wrecked one.
playlist from it, but oh no, I added one
Okay.
song from that to my playlist. But
Okay,
I
okay.
thought it was by and large it was quite a nice listen. I didn't really skip much. I think I
Okay.
skipped the intro, but I didn't skip much else. Oh, I think I
Okay,
skipped like
okay.
one or two others because there was like one that was like very much that sellout rock thing that I don't like, and other ones
Yeah,
were like a ballad or whatever. But by and large, it was quite a nice listen. And the best song on it for my money is Nolto featuring Hanhei, which is a name we have
okay.
not heard in quite a long time. So I'm happy to see him back.
I don't. Where is he from? I don't know.
He's like
familiar.
ancient R&B guy, isn't he? From like Wick era. Let me check what he's actually
Oh
from.
man,
Because I am
I would
terrible
not
with
know.
these things. Isn't he from Phantom? Yeah, Phantom.
Oh wow, man, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't
long
know,
time
man.
ago. He's basically just a solo R&B guy now, I think, from what I can tell.
Okay, fair. All right, hey, that's fine.
Yeah,
I
that
was just
song's
like,
cool.
I don't know. All right, cool. Yeah, I think that's it. Good job, Moonbyul. It was fun.
Mhm.
So, no complaints besides. It made me wish that there was someone that's a little bit better vocals for it, but no. I mean, you know what? No one else is doing it right now. Like that was already this concept and this idea was on the plate for people to take, and they did not take it. So, thank you, Moonbyul, for taking it for us.
Yep, we'll take it where we can get
Yeah.
it, and I like Moonbyul, so I'm happy that she's doing it.
Yep. Because I think it'd be easy for Moonbyul to lean into the like, I'm a more like tomboy, like masculine girl,
I'm
and
a
I'm just gonna go
rapper.
lean into that. I'm a rapper, so I'm a rap, So, but
She's
she doesn't do
definitely
that. So.
she's definitely done that before, but I feel like she's now realised that she doesn't have to do that on her solos, and she's having more fun with it.
Yeah. Only like hasn't done that since her like first comeback ever. So
Yeah.
it's nice.
I'm cool with what she's doing now, though, for sure. You got anything you'd like to wreck outside of this?
Sure. Let me see here. I mean, I feel like people probably wrecked a lot of stuff from the Twice and Yugyeom albums.
Mhm.
I don't know. Did they? Did you?
I wrecked 2 songs from Yugyeom because I didn't want to say all of them.
Okay.
But it's a good album. I wrecked Be Alright and Shine.
Okay. I will wreck Stepping.
Oh, and Were.
And okay, good. So Stepping and oh, you already did Shine. Okay. You did Shine though, right? Okay.
Yeah,
I was like,
definitely.
make sure Sumin is in there. Okay. Steppin' would be the other one that I would recommend. And then Be Alright, which is featuring Punchinello.
Mhm.
For Twice, I liked most of the album. I didn't skip any of it. It's pretty good. I liked Rush and also Bloom. So those are the 2 that I liked. And then besides that, there's like a few like random ones. There's this random song by this artist named Grass. And it's just
Oh, I
called
saw
It's Me,
this, yeah.
Grass.
I can't stop thinking about you now. while 걸었던 여길 혼자서 걷지. I can't stop thinking about you now. while 둘만의 여길 혼자서.
So that one, I don't know what the Korean is of the other song I'm gonna wreck, but it's by this artist called Chris Mays featuring Mita.
Oh my god, I was about to wreck this as well.
Oh, okay.
That was good. No,
My
go
bad.
ahead. Please do it.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I was just like looking on. I think for me, the way that I try to track or like try to listen, catch up on things is there's a site that used to be run by. Was it Allie? I don't know. They lost the domain a long time ago, but then I found a similar site, and I'm not sure if it's also run by them.
Oh, okay.
But they just list like all of the releases that came out. I'll have to link it because I don't know the exact name of the. It's like a more generic name, like K-pop releases 2024 or something. So I'll have to look. But they have like all kinds of like random stuff, like stuff that's like only like 500 views and below. And then this is one of them where there was like 2 songs on this album, and this is one that I thought was better. It's very slow and dreamy, but it's very like pretty. So that's why I was.
Is that Before Sunrise?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I liked that one.
작게 뜰 때까지만 있다갈게 우린 아직 서로를 원하잖아 작게 뜰 때까지만 있다갈게 우리의 밤은 길고도 그리고 더
Yeah, there's 2 of them. I think it's like one of them's like Firework or something like that, and the other one's Before Sunrise or something like that. I don't know.
Before Sunrise and Cotton Candy Love.
Okay, it's definitely Before Sunrise. I think Cotton Candy Love is a little bit more like eh.
Yeah, I wasn't into that one.
Yeah, it was okay. The only other one I would rec is the song called "I'm Not Good At" by Mitty.
not good 어떻게 밝혀 not good at spending time with you not good it's all for me it's all not good at kissing you not good at falling for you not good it's all for me to be with you
And that's also
Okay.
a Korean song. So yeah, that's it.
Sweet.
What about you?
Yeah, I have a couple. I've been diving into Mini Manny lately because I felt like I should
Hey,
after
let's go.
really, really liking that girl Rin's voice. So I have their full group song Stop.
보지 말자 또 보지 말자 오늘이 가면 다시 오지 마 이제는 안녕 잘 지내 goodbye 나를 찾지 마 뭐야 멈춰 뭐야 나를 찾지 마
Which is like a fun kind of poppy trot thing.
Oh wait, yeah, I think I saw that one. That one's really funny.
It's a good one. Yeah, I played it in the pre-show.
I think I like that one.
It's fun. And then also one of their girls called Yoo Soo-hyun, or Yoo Soo-hyun, made her song Chok and Chak, which I showed to T, and she was obsessed because it's trot. and
Nice.
she has a great bob in the video, so I'm always going to be on board with that.
Let's go.
But yeah, it's just really good fun. I just really enjoyed that.
뜨거 오빠 이끌거리는 눈빛 뜨뜻뜨 제일 맛있는 술은 네 입술 오늘 밤 내게 와요 척하면 척 척하면 척척 척하면 척척척
Outside of that, what else? I've got. I don't know if I wrecked this on another show or not. I don't think I did. Trade L. I think it was a few months ago or whatever. Had a song called "Stop" featuring Minsu, which I've been quite enjoying.
또 별거 아닌 헬로등 돌리고 다쳐 결국 미안한 역할은 나겠지 왜 안 읽어둬도 누구보다 너를 아끼지만 가끔은 좀 지쳐 울지 말고 얘기해 난 감을게
Definitely check that one out.
Cool.
And what else? What else? I have pretty much everything else we've talked about, I think. Apart from the ridiculous song that I played in the pre-show, which is it's a parody of like Euro dance from the 90s.
Oh my god.
Called Planet of the Bass.
Oh my god.
By Kyle Gordon featuring DJ Crazy Times and Miss Billiana Electronica. So definitely check that one out. That is fun. The guy one of the lines is, "Sex, I'm wanting more. Tell the world, stop the war." It fucking killed me. It like finished me off. So that's definitely one.
Oh my god.
and life, it never die. Women are my favorite guy.
What?
It's so good. I love it. Definitely check that one out. It's hilarious.
Okay, I will do.
Put your hands up in the air. All of a dream. Come on, come on. How does it mean when the rhythm is glad? There is nothing to be sad. That's right. Danger and dance. Come on, come on. Clapping behind when we out in this space on the planet of the
But yeah, it's been a good week.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, well, I'll leave it there for Rex for sure.
Cool.
But yeah,
Alright.
thank you,
Okay,
Accio.
no, fun. You had like a few ones.
Yep, I did, and you brought
positivities.
2 good songs, so thank you for that.
No problem. Here to maybe make your day better.
Yeah,
With me, and then I'm a move out now so that you can have the
Okey-doke.
rest of the day to yourself. But thanks for having me. Thanks for having this show.
Of course.
Thanks for putting up with my tech issues and my me issues. But yeah.
No problem at all. Always good to have you.
Alright. Bye.
See you soon. Alright, and that is the end of this episode. I have absolutely no idea when it will actually go out, but you know, I'm trying on this editing, it just isn't going quickly, unfortunately. One of these days I'll get caught up, I just don't know when. I just need to have like another week off work or something and actually do it. But you know, one day I'll catch up, maybe. Copium. But either way, we'll probably have a show next week, and it will probably be the Shinsadong Tiger Memorial show, I would imagine. And yes, see you soon, audio listeners. I'll be back at some point with another episode.